Hello guys, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Abimbola. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful bubu dress. The dress was made with brocade fabric. The cutting and sewing process is actually beginners friendly. So if this is what you would like to learn, kindly stay to the end of this tutorial. Now let's get started. So the first thing I did was I folded my fabric into two. Then again, I folded again into two, which makes it like four layers altogether. So for the length I'm working with is actually 60. So I went ahead to add up 3 inches at the hem to make it 63. So now I went ahead to mark my half length, which is my shoulder to waistline. And usually for a bubu dress, I add up 1 inch to the half length. So if my half length is 15, I'll add extra 1 inch to make it 16. And then I went ahead to mark my waist to hip line. And then I'll also go ahead and mark my nail line. That's my shoulder to nail. So now I have my half length, my waist to hip line, my nail line as well, all marked out. So I'll use the ruler and draw out my straight line at each point. Now that is done, I'll go ahead and take my shoulder measurement, and then I mark my shoulder measurement. I'll further go ahead and take 6 inches measurement. This 6 inches will serve as the fold that we have at the shoulder line, and then I'll mark 12 inches, which will also be the extension of my sleeve. So for the sleeve opening, I'll mark 12 inches. Sorry, that part was covered. Then from my 12 inches, I'll go in by 5 inches, and that is what you see me mark there. Now from my hip line to my nail line, I'll go ahead and locate the midpoint. That's from the hip to the nail line, and once I get the midpoint, I'll mark that part. I'll mark it like so, because this is the part where the shaping of my bubu will start from. So on that line, I went ahead to take my hip measurement divided by 4 plus extra 4 inches, which will serve as the wideness of my bubu. And then I will extend the measurement taken at that point also to the hem of the dress. So with a straight ruler, I will connect both points together. Now from that point where we extended straight down to the hem, where we marked our hip divided by 4 plus 4 inches, I'll go ahead now with my free hand to draw out my cow shape for the bubu dress. I'm going to draw it like so, just the way you're seeing it on the screen, and then I'll connect it back to the 5 inches we have at the sleeve opening to get my cow shape rather. So I'll connect it like so, and once I'm satisfied with the shape I have, I'll go ahead and cut out my dress. So cut through, and then this is what we have. I'll go ahead now and take my neck measurements. So the neck width is 3 inches by 1 inch for the back. So the neck depth for the back is 1 inch, and the neck width is 3 inches. And then with my free hand, I'll also curve out my neck. So for the front, the neck depth is 8 inches, while the width is also 3 inches, same as the back. So I'll mark out my 8 inches like so. And I'll cut out the back neckline. I'll cut it out like so. And then I'll notch the shoulder part, and I'll go ahead and open up my dress. Now that I've opened up the dress, at the point where we marked 8 inches for the neck depth for the front, I'll take 1.5 inches from that point straight down to the hem of the dress, and then I will rule out my straight line. The reason for marking our 1.5 inches is because half inch will be used to sew back the overlapping that we have at that center front. So the overlapping for the front will be about 2 inches wide. And guys, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please take 2 seconds, 3 seconds out of your time to hit the subscribe button. Kindly do so now, and let's get back into this tutorial. Thank you. Then I'll go ahead now and then connect my shoulder to the 8 inches neck depth for the front, and I'll cut out what we have from the neck for the front straight down through the 1.5 inches to the hem of the dress. So after taking out that part, this is what we have for the front and the back. So I'll go ahead now and take the measurement for the opening we have at the front. So I'll be able to know the exact length that will be needed for the overlapping at the front. So this is what you see me doing here. I also take the measurement for the sleeve. Last, when we open up the front and back, the measurements we have, and then I'll get that noted. So next thing is to cut out our 5 inches for the overlapping at the front, that's at the center front. So I'm marking out 5 inches for the overlapping at the center front, and then I'll cut that out and cut out other strips that will be used together for the center front. Next, I'll also cut out about 6 inches for the fold, that's the turn up fold at the sleeve. So that is what you see me doing here. I'll cut out about 6 inches for the turn up fold we have at the sleeve, and I need 2 pieces, that's one for the right and one for the left. So this is what it looks like on fold, and then I went ahead to overlock. I joined my center front overlapping strips together, and then I overlocked it, and this is what you see on the screen. And this is the one for the sleeve opening, that's the 6 inches that was cut. I also pressed it and overlocked it. So now the next thing is I attached my center front strip to the center front. This is exactly what you see on the screen, and this is what I have after sewing the 2 inches part for the center front. This is what it looks like. So I went ahead to pin down my center front, which I did off camera. I pinned those parts together. So the next thing I did was to mark out our 6 inches. Remember when we took our shoulder measurement, we also added 6 inches for our folding. So this is exactly what I marked out at that point. So I'll go ahead now and form my shoulder fold like so. The 6 inches, I will ensure I have 3 inches on one part and then 3 inches on the other part, which makes it 6 inches altogether. And then I would form my fold like so, just the way you are seeing it. I'll take the fold straight down to my waist. So the fold is actually going to end around the waist. So from the waist at the front, I'll pin it down to the waist at the back. So this is what you see me doing here. Before I take it to the sewing machine, I'll pin down from the waist at the front to my waist at the back. So I'll go ahead and press that fold so that I can have the line which will serve as a guide for me to sew. So that's the line that you see, which I will sew through like so. So this is what you're seeing on the screen. That's the part where I pressed, and then that's the line which I will sew through like so. Yeah, so this is exactly what I'm doing. I'll sew through from the waist at the back to the waist at the front. That's my half length from the back to the front, and this is what the inside looks like. I've also gone ahead to attach my sleeve turn up, and so from the front part, this is what I have. I went ahead to attach my belt at the waistline. You remember that we sewed through from the waist at the front to that of the back. So I attached my belt at that point when sewing. So I'll go ahead now to close up my dress by the side. I've done virtually everything that is needed for this dress. We have attached our front overlapping. We have gone ahead to form our shoulder fold. We have actually sewed the part needed for the shoulder fold. and then attached our belt. And at the end of the day, after joining the side, this is what we have. So if you have found this tutorial helpful, kindly hit on the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.